Good evening. So like I'm here about at this space. So it is like ruined building. So about more about the ruins. I've seen some small ruins in the Pulavari. Um, about going to the Nandi Hills. This is about a ruined place and. What's cultivated here is like amazing and to be found out. Uh, so uh, Certainly it would be a price worthy thing. So like um, about there might be also like crystals cultivated, like formed from small crystals. So about mining in India and especially in Salem, it is like mines. The most of the mineral mined are like iron. So iron is a very rarest mineral. To say it as like as most of the people use it is not like widely available, but usually it is like iron is formed from thunder. So um, like iron it usually it's a cool mineral. So when you touch about an iron before it is a steel, so you could feel the chillness or like the rust of the iron. So again, next mineral mined next to iron, it is like um, about silver. Silver is used in the formation of many things. So about the formation of silver and the places where silver has been found abundantly. Uh, it's like diamonds are found mostly in South Africa, and about silver, it is like a metal. It is about in the shape of white and like in the shape of like a white mineral in the color of white and my little pinto in the silver valley, it is like a definition for platinum. So about these constituents of silver like tin, um, like manganese and most of the things are like a form of silver. So this silver is like about it's found in blocks and mined underground and gold is found on the surface and on the hilly regions. Silver is mined underground and about the creation, it is like molten and it has some spurs out, it blurs out uh, like mercury, and about a charcoal is added to silver in the formation of anklets. So about silver plating, it is like mostly done on very priced metals. So next to the silver, it is like gold. So gold, about gold, it is like mined or like a rare element like found on the surface, like these rocks, and they are taken, tamed, and then shrewd. So about the surface gold, it is like eatable or like something like found on the underneath of the roads. So every underneath of the river or the flowing channel, you could find a few of gold. So it is in the form of a sand or like a block or like simply a limestone. So about the gold, gold is used mainly of ornaments. So about its combinations with other regions, it is like gold is mined in the uh, again in the South African regions. And about the Meckenna's gold, it is like a film featuring how gold was found and how it was tamed and how it was built and how people go mad about gold. Gold is like similar to silver, but its exposure onto the skin surface causes mental disability. So like it's like to be binded with copper. So copper is a rare element. It was the first first element mined by the people like in the oldest civilization, in the Indus Valley civilization. So like there were communications with copper wires, and copper vessels were made, and there were a lot of innovative ideas done from copper. So about gold, it is like used in the saris, in the weaving, and in the ornaments, and for as a medicine, and in many kind of drugs and chemical industries. So again, silver is like it's made from for as it doesn't rust. It is made about 70% and 90% of silver about made like um, in the uh, instruments, and like non-corrosive replacements, and all the checks. And gold, it is of 18 carat, 20 carat, 22 carat, and 24 carat. So 24 carat is a pure form of gold, and it's a biscuit. And 22 carat, certainly few of the dwellers make them. And about 20 carat, it is like uh, also toxic. And about the 18 carat is a variable form of gold. um, so next to the gold, the most mined element is the copper. So about the copper, it is like um, uh, the oldest metal, and it is copper and zinc forms the brass, and copper is mixed with gold, and copper has many alloy properties. So about the alloy, it is like mixture of elements of materials. And so the alloying process is a very tedious process, and like it takes manpower, and like the will. And about um, so like it's like every human born, every alloy is made. And so similar. And about the zinc and brass, and the brass is like a form of greenish material. uh, and about brass vessels, and brass um, usable things are made, and copper wires, brass gates, uh, brass vehicle parts, and a lot of things. So uh, like uh, uh, like this place, it is like green everywhere. So it is copper vessels or brass vessels are like green everywhere. And about the other minerals like aluminium, tin, and hindolium, and black metal, white metal. There are certain different varieties of metals. And about mixture of metals. And about the steel. The steel process is like uh, the process of uh, making steel from iron. So that also is a human power development process, and it is like about uh, uh, so we could say it as a uh, human welfare resource. These type of steel and copper, brass making and steel making and all sorts of metal, about making the black metal and white metal from the sand. So these are about, again, metals are magnetic, only a certain metals are like non-magnetic. And about considering the magnetic equator of the earth, it is like similar to the equator, but it is on the like on the cross. um, so about the equatorial regions, the sand is like very deep and hollow, and like only about equatorial forests. um, so like uh, about the temperate climates. And again, coming to the metals, so these are about the metals, and there are a lot of kind of metals more to say about. And certainly I would like to speak on the gems.